العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا، اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ Okay, Bismillah, inshallah, we can start immediately with Nahwu. In the past two lessons, we covered the different types of khabar. And specifically, I think two types are focused on, or three types. So I'll just read them verbally, if you remember. You get a one word khabar, which we did last year. Al-waladu tamilun. The khabar is in the form of one word in Raf'un, which means the boy is tall. You remember that? Yes. The second type of khabar we did now, which is new, was a harful jar and the ism majroor that takes the place of the khabar. Al-waladu fil bayti. The boy, focus, give me news. Fil bayti, in the house. And the fil bayt is no word there in the Raf'un, there's no one word khabar there. The fil bayt is a harful jar, ism majroor. It takes the place of the khabar. And the last one we focused on was a jumlatul fi'liyah. For example, al-waladu dhahaba ila al-masjidi. Translation: the boy, give me news about him. He went to the masjid. So dhahaba ila al-masjidi, there's no one word there in Raf'un. Dhahaba means he went ila al-masjidi, to the masjid. That there is the khabar. I want to do one more now because it actually comes in Surah Rahman, which we'll do. Is that sometimes if I say al-waladu, ummuhu, say this for me. If it's the boy's mother, we will go off in life. It will be ummul walad. Okay, but it's difficult to translate in English, but let's just understand it first of all. Is there a verb in the sentence? No. Okay, this is a sentence. What do you think this word is there? It's a Mubtada. It's the beginning, it's the focus of the sentence. It's going to be the Mubtada. So all of them so far, the Mubtada came in the beginning. Mubtada. Right. What are we saying about the boy? What are we saying about the boy? So the focus on the boy, what are we saying about him? We're saying that his mother is tall. Okay. So what is the news about it? What's the news about the boy? His mother is tall. So the whole thing is the khabar. Alright? But when I look at this, just translate this alone. Ummuhu tawilatun. His mother is tall. I think is there. So what are you doing here? You're saying something is something. I'm saying this here is a mubtada. A mubtada. Ummu, his mother, is the focus of the mini sentence. And what am I saying about his mother? She is tall. So this is a jumlatul ismiyah on its own. It has a mubtada, it has a focus, and has a khabar. And that whole sentence is also the khabar for Okay. We're going to do examples in Rahman, inshallah. I just wanted you to see it. Okay, good. To see it. Normally, normally when you have this, not when, but normally you should have something in the sentence that refers back to the Mubtada. What in the sentence refers back to the Mubtada? What refers here back to the boy? Or which word? This who here actually refers back to it. Normally in Arabic you normally have the reference back to the original. Okay. Good. That was just a revision. Not a revision, something new. But now I'm adding something new also. Okay. So we did now 4 types, right? Of khabar. A one word khabar, a jumla fi'liya khabar, a jumla ismiya khabar, and a harful jar ism majroor khabar. Please one more dharb but leave not pronounced. Next. Very common in the Quran. Very common. Translate for me. Al-azabu lahum. The punishment for them or is for them? Is for them. What about is the sentence? Yes, where are the parts? What are the parts here? This is the Mubtada. This is obviously the harf jar. Bita walika la. And the whom is a ism majroor. You with me? Harf jar, ism majroor, and this 2 makes up to what? It's in place of the khabar. So one more concept to do with Mubtada khabar is that sometimes the Mubtada khabar are swapped around. Okay, so Allah will often say something like this. Lahum adabun. Translation? For them is a punishment. For them is a punishment. What are the parts here? This here now is still Mubtada. Mubtada. What is called Mubtada? It's called Mu'akhkhar. What does Mu'akhkhar mean? Akhkhara yu'akhiru ta'khiran mu'akhkhirun mu'akhkharun. It's on the second bar. It means to delay something. So it's a Mubtada that is ism maf'ul that is delayed. What do you mean delayed? It comes after the khabar. This here is the khabar. Okay, let me tell you how to see it. Very easy to see in the Quran. Like 99% of the time, it always looks like this. It's always, almost always going to be a harful jar and an ism majroor at the beginning, followed by a word in raf'un that is nakira. There's no al. Most times in the Quran, that's how it's going to be. You with me? Because the Arabs don't like to start the sentence with nakira, so they put it to the back. Okay. Let's just, okay? So, let's speak lastly about what is the linguistic benefit of changing the place of the Mubtada. Like what is the difference between al-adabu lahum and lahum adabu? That's 4. Whenever you change it from the default sequence is Mubtada, then khabar. When you change from the default sequence, by pushing forward the khabar is normally for takhsis. It's normally to make something exclusive or specific. You with me? It's there to place a focus and emphasis and exclusivity on them. If I say al-'adhabu lahum, it could leave the door conceptually to them and other people. You with me? When I say lahum 'adhabun, it is more like for them and the specific group there is a punishment. So there's a lot of rhetorical or linguistic benefits to changing the mubtada and the khabar. Okay, iyaka is similar, except for the fact that iyaka is going to be the maf'ul bi coming forward. So if it's put it this way, if it's a jumlatul ismiya, you can move the maf'ul bihi to the front, then that becomes exclusive emphasis. If it's a jumlatul fi'liya, you can move the maf'ul bihi to the front to emphasize it. Was-samaa'a, what did I say this morning? Was-samaa'a rafa'aha. I didn't say wa rafa'a as-sama. You didn't say and he raised the sky. He says and the sky. Maf'ul bihi first. Rafa'aha, there's an emphasis point in it. You with me? Yes. So that's coming Rahman, inshallah. So the point I want to make is the emphasis benefit in it. So you can move the maf'ul bihi forward. Or you can move the khabar forward, and it's normally in the form of a harfu jar ism majroor to make it exclusive. We have a lot of examples here. So you have a heading there says the delayed mubtada. So what do you mean when we mean delayed mubtada? We mean a mubtada that comes after the khabar. Just read the notes. The mubtada mu'akhkhar, which is the delayed mubtada, will generally /98% of the time appear after the khabar muqaddam. So what a khabar muqaddam means, so listen carefully. Mubtada mu'akhkhar means the mubtada that's been pushed to the back of the khabar. The khabar muqaddam means the khabar that's been pushed before the mubtada. That's what we call the two parts now. We call the one part the mubtada mu'akhkhar, and we call this a khabar muqaddam. It will occur when both of the following occur. Number one, when the khabar is a harful jar and ismun majroor. You know the brackets for now. And when the mubtada is indefinite. We just look maybe at 5 examples. You can just see the 5 examples. Number one, it says وَعَلَىٰ أَبْصَارِهِمْ غِشَاوَةٌ. What's that? وَعَلَىٰ, and upon أَبْصَارِهِمْ, their sight, their vision, their sight is غِشَاوَةٌ. What's a غِشَاوَةٌ? A covering, a veil, a covering. So we're trying to identify the two parts. You can see the sentence starts with وَعَلَىٰ أَبْصَارِهِمْ. Can you see عَلَىٰ أَبْصَارِهِمْ is what? A harfu jar and a ismul majroor. You can see it's followed by a word which is nakira and raf'un. So therefore that is mubtada and khabar. The khabar comes first. عَلَىٰ أَبْصَارِهِمْ is a khabar and Rishawa is a delayed mubtada. Mubtada mu'akhkhar. And ala absarim is a khabar muqaddam. Allah says number 2. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. Translation? And for them is a punishment, azim, a severe or great punishment. Same pattern we have there. Lahum harfu jar, ismun majrur. Adhab is the khabar, is the mubtada mu'akhkhar, and azim obviously the sifa for the mubtada mu'akhkhar. You see here, it's like a point of exclusivity, a point of focus for them. And this group Allah is describing in this context, they are going to have a severe punishment. 2.10 في قلوبهم مرض. Fi, in their hearts, is a marad, a sickness, a disease, an illness. Fi harfu jar. قلوبهم اسم مجرور. The harfu jar ism majrur takes the place of the khabar muqaddam. What do you call the marad there? What do you call it? The mubtada, also together? The mubtada muakhar. So together? Mubtada muakhar. And see the point of emphasis. Allah is saying, where is the disease? Not in their minds, in their limbs, in their blood. Where is the disease? في قلوبهم مرض. في قلوب. There's also a very significant thing about that, is that won't into too much, but you can have an intellectual disease or you can have a spiritual disease. But sometimes what you can do is you can wrap up a spiritual disease in an intellectual argument. You with me? You can wrap up a spiritual disease in the intellectual. Say, for example, you have a disease that you can't resist interest-based investments, riba-based investments. Because you not because you're intellectually convinced, because you just want that money. It's a spiritual disease. You can wrap that up in an intellectual argument. Bring whatever you want to bring, arguments and so on. But the actual disease is what? في قلوبهم مرض. Allah is saying about munafiqun here that the problem is actually a spiritual disease. That they can't actually hold their nafs. And yes, they will call the Prophet Masahir, a magician, or they call him a soothsayer, or the kain, or they call him anything. But the problem is not actually the argument. The problem is a nafs disease that he is taking their position of power and authority. So that's the rhetorical benefit of knowing that the khabar comes first. It brings exclusivity to the khabar. في قلوبهم مرض. Allah is saying that the disease is actually in their hearts. Don't look for it in another place. Next one, last one. فيه ظلمات. فيه ظلمات. In it is ظلمات. What's ظلمات? Darkness, or layers of darkness, or multitudes of darkness, or darknesses. Okay. The rest is for homework, but if you look down, look at the first word. وَلَهُمْ وَلَكُمْ فَلَهُمْ لَهُمْ لَهُمْ فِيهَا عَلَيْهِمْ فَلَهُمْ. What do you say all of that? حرف جر اسم مجرور. حرف جر اسم مجرور. Okay, so the rest is for homework. Or also you can spend some time in the tutorial. Also, if you want to go through to your homework in class, you can do some in your tutorial as well, inshallah. But the tutorial is finished already, yeah? Yeah, so you'll mark it in your, if you get stuck, you'll mark it in class, in the tutorial, for next week, inshallah. Okay, Surah Rahman. MashaAllah, see it last revision session this morning. I must make some announcements first before Surah Rahman. Number one is that you've all noticed that we've changed bank accounts. So we have two bank accounts now. The one is for Mizan, NPC for fees for the course, and the other one only for events like camps and so on. So you need to change your accounts to the new accounts for payments, inshallah. If you pay the old account still active, your money is still there, but just please change over to the new account. Secondly, you probably saw the notice, but inshallah, quickly, you know, quickly, at school we busy writing, alhamdulillah, say one, alhamdulillah, but I'll speak about it, but it's going well, it appears to be going well, alhamdulillah. In fact, the one child came back from holidays and started kissing the walls of the school. She missed the school so much. It's a good sign when children are kissing the walls of the school, so it's a barak walls or something. So the kids are very happy at the school and they're thriving through the hard work of the teachers, alhamdulillah. We have an interesting model is that we actually have one class, but we have about 6 teachers. So we've made a model where you focus on the subject when you come for your subject and you leave again. instead of one teacher taking the whole day, because it's like quite a lot of prep. Those of your teachers know that's a lot of prep and admin and so on. So we have like one teacher for English, one teacher for maths, one teacher for Arabic, three teachers for Quran. So we have focused first aid teacher, gardening teachers, that's all. So it's an interesting model. It's a bit like Mizan coming, Bukhari coming, like that. Like university, but for more kids. So alhamdulillah. So one of the things we actually wanted to do was that, especially for our parents, but then we started to open up to everybody, is that we are running inshallah this Saturday in partnership with Islamic Academia. The library Islamia is separate from Islamia. The library is an independent institution and they're partnering with us, alhamdulillah. So we are running a 4-week workshop called Discipline for Peace with a lady by the name of Khalil. She's like an expert in child hearing and discipline and so on. And her workshop has gotten good reviews. The workshop is normally priced at 1,300 per person. It's normally quite expensive. But because you booked a bigger venue and also negotiated with her, the cost is only 200 Rand per person for the 4 weeks. For 4 weeks, it will be from this Saturday from 9 till 1, 20th, and then next Saturday will be a break because the venue is unavailable. It's for 3 Saturdays after, again from 9 till 1, inshallah. It's a 4-week course. So it's open to the public. It's open especially to parents, caregivers, teachers, and there's limited spaces. So we require you to book early, inshallah. Okay, so it's open obviously to you, but if you want to come, you should book early, inshallah. We try to keep it as affordable as possible, but if someone cannot afford the 200 Rand, you're welcome to contact us and we'll make a plan on our side, inshallah. And also you can invite your family and friends to join. I think there are 2 things which we don't invest a lot of time in terms of research. The 2 biggest things in our lives. Number 1 is marriage, and number 2 is parenting. Like I don't know how many of us have read like 3 marriage books. Because you might like have like 20 years of problems, but you don't read like 1 book about why am I having these problems. So you might end your marriage without doing any research or counseling or go for any courses. And the other thing is parenting. So the 2 biggest things that I think we do the least amount of reading and research about those 2 things. So plenty for you to study something along those lines, inshallah. Okay, bismillah. Surah Rahman. You have a copy in front of you? I just want to go back to the beginning again. The surah starts with A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahmanu 'allama al-Qur'ana. Okay. I'll write the surah as I speak about it. Where does the Mus'haf that we have come from? Where does the Mus'haf that we have come from? Not 3 questions, the real question. I'm asking, where does the Mus'haf come from? Was compiled where? Where does it compiled the first time? Okay, there's 2 compilations. So what we'll do in the Quran. The first compilation was the time of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu on the advice of Umar radiallahu anhu. It was the first compilation. But the compilation was never distributed. The official copies were made in the Khilafah of Uthman radiallahu anhu, and it's a long story about the process and so on. But at the end of the day, that Mus'haf became the standard for which all other Mus'hafs were then made from. Not that Mus'haf were numbered 4, 5 or 6 copies at the time. A lot of details about it, we'll get into it one day. The point I want to make was, what was in that Mus'haf? What was in that Mus'haf? There was the Quran was written there, right? But what wasn't in there that's in our Mus'haf today? There weren't any harakat. What else wasn't in there? There were no dots. What else wasn't in there? So if I had to write Arra, that's an easy one with no dots. If I write anything, if you write anything, so Kul would look like this. So there's no dots. Okay, that's how it looks there. Because there's no dots and there's no harakat. The dots and harakat came in the time of the Khilafah of Ali ibn Abi Talib, by a person called Asad to Ali, commanded to put dots and so on, later on. So in other words, it didn't circumvent, it didn't do away with the need for a teacher. Because you can read something different ways. So it's not that you have a teacher, but it's like your template. Because once you memorize it, it's easy. You can do this stuff. The other thing there wasn't ayah endings. There wasn't ayah endings. So therefore, you actually find this ikhtilaf in the ayah endings. And the majority opinion is that there is no ending after Ar-Rahman. The majority opinion actually is that Ar-Rahman 'allama al-Qur'ana is one ayah. You with me? But in our riwayah of Hafs, which like 80 or 90% of the world reads, there is an ayah ending. Okay, you with me? So it's just something interesting, because it does also have some impact on the way you look at that verse. You with me? Is it news to you? Okay. Well, you got the news now. So if you open the tafsir, they'll say the Kufiyun say there's so many ayahs, the Basriyun say there are so many ayahs. There's ikhtilaf on where the ayah endings are, therefore there's ikhtilaf on the number of ayahs. It's the same words, it's just where do you put the ayah ending. You with me? But it's the same, it's not Ar-Rahman 'allama al-Qur'ana, but it's where do you put the official ayah ending. Because the ayah ending is there for what? It's there for ease. Imagine no ayah endings. You're like reading, like you don't know where to stop and breathe and pause unless you do Arabic. You know, so the ayah ending is there for ease. Okay, I can stop here. That'll just be a flow of words. And also helps with, as the journalist speaking, it helps with referencing. So Ar-Rahmanu. So here, there's not always an ayah ending here. So Allama al-Qur'an. Okay. I'm looking at the word Ar-Rahman, and last week I spoke about Ar-Rahman, is not especially, but if you have an ayah ending here, it makes Ar-Rahman more like a standalone thing. Like Ar-Rahman. So what this can be is, we said this could be a khabar. For what? Like Huwa Ar-Rahman or Al-Ilah Ar-Rahman. For example, here is Ar-Rahman, or the God is Ar-Rahman. Another opinion, which is maybe more convincing opinion, especially if you consider it's one, according to majority of scholars, it's one verse, is that this Ar-Rahmanu is actually the Mubtada. What will the khabar be? Give me news about Ar-Rahman. Allama al-Qur'an. Then this will be the khabar. So it makes the opening of the surah actually one huge sentence. Because not only khabar, there's a few khabars. So Ar-Rahman, give me news about him. Allama al-Qur'ana, he taught the Qur'an. So khabar number 1. Give me another khabar about Ar-Rahman. Khalaqal al-insan. Okay. So something about also writing the Quran is that if you write a Mus'haf, you have to write it according to the spelling of the Uthmani Mus'haf. Not if you're teaching, I'm not teaching the boys, it's fine, writing anywhere I want. But if you print the Mus'haf, if the Uthmani Mus'haf looks like this, I must do it like, there's no doubt. I must do it like that. Or if it looks like this, I must do it like that, no doubt. You with me? So this is the way you spell it. Because some spelling has a Rahman and some spelling has a to. You with me? So the rule of a Mus'haf is that you have to Whatever we have in our Mus'haf must be copied on the Uthmani script. Okay. But for teaching purposes, you're allowed to deviate. I'm just telling you. It's uncovered. So I was just thinking about this insan. Does insan have Hamza there? Mad there? Should have on this one. Okay. So khabar number 2 is khalaqal insan. Khabar number 3 is what? Allama al bayan. What type of jumlas are these? The khabars. They're all what? They're all jumlatul fi'liya, jumlatul fi'liya, jumlatul fi'liya. Allah gives us 3 things about Ar-Rahman. Allah gives us number 1 is allama al-Quran, number 2 is khalaqa al-insan. Allama al-Quran is for your physical benefit. Okay, it's a difficult question to answer, but then you put this way. This is about spirituality, about guidance. And this is about physical creation. You know what I mean? This is about the actual physical creation, and this is how the creation is supposed to conduct their lives, how they're supposed to behave, their character, their spirituality, all of those things. Which does Allah emphasize more or give preference to? That your guidance, your spiritual provision is actually more important than your material being. And how do we know that? We can read it from the sequencing of Ar-Rahman. That the greatest gift of Ar-Rahman is not the fact that you have a body. The greatest gift of Ar-Rahman is that He has chosen to guide you. He has chosen you to map a path for you to eternal salvation, eternal paradise. Because many beings have a khalq. Many beings have a physical body. Animals have a physical body. People who end up in Jahannam will have a physical body. The greatest gift is Allamal Quran. And then Allah speaks about Khalaqal Insan. The third thing Allah says is Allamahul Bayan. Allama, second verb, is to cause ilm. Allah has caused knowledge to him. Who's him? Insan. Allah caused what to him? Bayan. What's bayan? Speech. Why is it a big thing? Why is speech such a big thing? Let me first say this, like one of the terms in Arabic literature for mankind, they call mankind al-hayawan al-natiq. They call us the speaking animal. It's like a strange thing. We are differentiated from other hayawan, from other life, by the fact that we speak. And the fact that we speak obviously presupposes we have an intellect that's able to appreciate speech. But the gift of speech is an enormous gift. The gift of being able to express yourself in what is essentially symbolic language. Because speech is obviously a symbol. If I say the sun is bright, all in my mind is like words. I can put the word on the I can scribble on here and say sun, but that's just scribbles. But when I say that, those scribbles translate into meaning in your mind. You with me? So the sound and the words somehow present a reality in your mind. And that's a great gift. That's a great gift. Where does Allah also in the Quran mention this gift? I'll give you a clue, Surah Baqarah. In the creation of Nabi Adam. In Surah Baqarah is the first time Allah mentions the creation of Nabi Adam. One of the first things Allah tells you about Nabi Adam is what? Not at the prostrate for them. Allah says the first thing, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا.
One of the first things Allah tell you about Nabi Adam, as if to say, this is the gift. وَعَلَّمَ He taught Adam al-asma'a, the names, the isms, كُلَّهَا, all of it. ثُمَّ, then, عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ, He showed them to the Malaika. What did He show to the Malaika? What did He show to them? Allah told Nabi Adam the names of things. Then Allah says, وَعَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. What did He show to the Malaika? So there's two things, right? Let me put it in a simple example. There is the ism, pen. And then there is the reality of a pen. You with me? The fact that I am able to take this reality, translate it into a code, into a symbol, and say it to you, and you can take that symbol and recreate the pen in your mind, is the essence of language. You with me? So there's two things. There's an ism, and there's a musamma. What's a musamma? This is the name, and this is the thing that is actually named. The thing. So what Allah did is Allah taught Nabi Adam language. He taught him things, concepts, ideas, and Allah taught Nabi Adam labels for it. Then Allah presented all ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. Then He took all of these things and He showed it to the angels. And He told them, فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. You angels, tell me all the symbolic names for all of these things if you are truthful. The angels then en masse all say, قَالُوا سُبْحَانَكَ لَا عِلْمَ لَنَا إِلَّا مَا عَلَّمْتَنَا. Perfect you, Allah, there is no knowledge. We are unable to replicate this symbolic language ability without you having taught us. إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَلِيمُ الْحَكِيمُ. Verily you are all knowledgeable, all knowing, all wise. قَالَ, then Allah says, قَالَ يَا Adam, O Adam, أَنْبِئْهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ. Now you inform them, the angels, بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ, of all the names of the things. فَلَمَّا أَنْبَأَهُمْ بِأَسْمَائِهِمْ قَالَ أَلَمْ أَقُلْ لَكُمْ إِنِّي أَعْلَمُ غَيْبَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَأَعْلَمُ مَا تُبْدُونَ وَمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْتُمُونَ. And Adam shows it, and Allah says, you see, I know best. This is a superior being. Because the angel's contest was, why are you going to make a being that's going to shed blood? Allah is telling you that this being is a special being. One of the things that makes him special is his ability to communicate. And that makes him a very special, a very superior being. So I give you a cat, how many meows can you make? Can you give like a whole speech in meows? State of the nation in meows. What are you going to do? There's only so many meows. You get a hungry mouth, there's a mouth, scared meow. It's like instinctive language. You're not able to. I don't know what the cat's brain is like, but a cat's communication cannot express much because this is very limited. But we have this amazing ability to take in like English language, I don't know how many 26 letters, and convey an infinity of meaning. It's an ayah from Allah. It's an ayah from Allah that you can take a set number of letters and can produce infinite meaning. And it comes from what? Ar-Rahman. خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانِ. And one of the gifts is عَلَّمَهُ الْبَيَانِ. Now what the interesting thing is that people are using in this context the bayan to deny Ar-Rahman. They're using the ability of bayan to deny Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman is taken into because in the one verse, Allah commands them to make sujood to Ar-Rahman. Then they ask for Ar-Rahman, who is this Ar-Rahman? Because they haven't heard it before. So Allah is, in all of these verses, Allah is doing two things. One thing, Allah is doing a reminder of the favor. Right? He taught the Quran, He created you, He gave you speech, remember the favor. And later on in the surah, Allah is going to keep saying that. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Allah is going to repeat it 13 times later. Which of the favors of your Lord are you denying? It's come 13 times later in the surah. Same verse. But now in the beginning, Allah is positioning all the favors. Number 2, because we're contesting the existence of Ar-Rahman in this context here. The second thing is all of this are also what's called istidlal. It is also a proof and evidence for the existence of Allah and the fact that it's an argument that you have to devote yourself to Him and Him alone. So if you read the ayah, it actually reads Ar-Rahmanu allama al-Quran. Ar-Rahmanu khalaqa al-insan. Ar-Rahmanu allama. You can see how the Nahwu is working. Because we actually a khabar that keep going to Ar-Rahman all the time. It's saying Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. It's Allah, it is Allah, it is Allah, it is Allah. It is a theocentric worldview existence. It is all Allah. It is all Allah. So this is the power behind this. And this surah, I don't know, I think authenticity, but I think it comes in the Sunnah Bayhaqi. The Prophet ﷺ says, لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَرُوس. Everything has a bride. وَعَرُوسُ الْقُرْآنِ سُورَةُ الرَّحْمَنِ. And that the bride of the Quran is Surah Al-Rahman. I'm checking authenticity, I'm just disclaimer. No? But the hadith exists. It's quoted by, I think Suyuti from Bayhaqi. So, why the bride? What is the bride? The bride is the manifestation of beauty, of purity. And this is Ar-Rahman is like the adornment of the Quran. Like I said, Surah Yasin also testifies out of the Quran. This is the bride, the arus of the Quran. Ar-Rahman allama al-Quran khalaqa al-insan allamahu bayan. What comes next? You want to know? الشمس والقمر. Then الشمس والقمر, we have to discuss whether الشمس والقمر is the continuation of the khabar, or is it الشمس a new mubtada, a new thing. Okay, that you can ponder upon for this week, is ponder upon the next few verses. So I'll give you there's two opinions. One opinion is that الشمس والقمر, the rest of the verses are actually a continuation of the khabar in Jumlatul Ismiya form. And the other opinion is that the rest of the verses are actually a new sentence. I lean more towards the continuation of the khabar. But we'll discuss it next week, inshaAllah ta'ala. But mashallah, keep up. Those of you who are memorizing, keep on memorizing. Those of you who are not, inshallah, join the club. You can still join. There's still time. It's a beautiful experience too, to memorize the surah and be taught the surah. It's a different experience altogether. Must catch up with the memorization, inshallah, we'll catch up. But I'm taking slow in this period. I prefer the slow pace of the detail. So we'll unpack it as much as possible, inshallah. We'll continue next week. Barakallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.